So, hello, guten Morgen. We are team number one. We are really excited to be here. We have our account planner Isabella, our art directors Annapurna and Alexa, and myself, the copywriter Pablo. And this is our take in the Julius Miles brief. So, the objective is to increase Julius Miles coffee brand awareness in Miami. Before we go into this, we will go a little bit into the story of the coffee culture. It really started to take off in the 50s with when the Cuban coffee culture influenced in the city of Miami. We mostly seen with the Ventanita system, which was a quick and easy way for people to get on the go coffee in the signature styles of Cuban coffee. And all of that brings us to today, that where coffee consumers divide themselves into two types: the on the go coffee shops for people to get their quick fits of coffee, and the specialty coffee shops where people sit down and enjoy a nice cup. That's so. Who appears in this Miami story? The caffeinated generation, which are people who do not mind spending more time, more effort, and more energy into having the best coffee experience they have. They do not mind paying more for coffee. They drink a lot of coffee since it's an important part of their lives, and they are in love with the personalization and the experimentation with new flavors and new experiences surrounding what is coffee.
So, what is Julius Miles' part in this story? So, Julius Miles, as Asian immigrants seeking for a new home in Miami, they want to become part of this unique culture that grew as a fusion of different influences built around this city. So, what grabbed our attention the most is that most people display this nationality ego, which is a sense of pride from their country of origins, but at the same time, when the minute that they arrives here, once they're in Miami, that ego fades away and their personality becomes one with the city surroundings. So before they were like, "Oh, my country's the best," and now they became one with Miami. And this led us to understanding that the signature that Miami multicultural lifestyle has. And then figure out which our insight for this campaign was. We knew that Miami culture, while it's a melting pot inspired by all corners of the world, it retains its own distinct flair that sets it apart from every other city in the United States. And our strategy for Julius Smile is making them a coffee that enriches Miami's multicultural lifestyle. This leads us to our campaign, Being Miamian, and my teammates are gonna show you what we've done.
So we have the activations, which are divided into three main parts or phases, you can say. So phase one is the impact, where we are trying to create more pick the interest of the public in general, like social media, outdoor billboards, and radio ads. For phase two, we are trying to create like with the awareness already generated, like call to action, with a pay with a song thing, with Miami Says Wall and coffee truck. For phase three, it is basically remembrance, where we are trying to like what to do after Julius Mind, is after the pay with a poem thing. How people are going to remember them, so how they are going to merge into the Miamian culture. So we have thought of Oh Miami, which is a poetry festival, and a local concert with songs with local artists. For the social media activations, the reason we chose social media like Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat is because The caffeinated generation is more interested in these type of platforms. They are more active in these platforms, and we have like created geo filters in specific locations, like where the Julius Mine coffee shop are present. So in and around those area, those filters are going to work, and it's going to like create peak interest of the people about the event that's going to take place on March 21st. And also we have the live stories, which are like the short contents which remain live for a short like period of time, 24 hours or something. This is something that the young generation or the caffeinated generation is very attracted to, because these are short-lived, and they are creating like and they are not going to have access to it later on. That's why they are more interested as to what is happening. This is to create more impact and to create more expectation. So they will come to know about through this. So this is basically to create curiosity, interest, and awareness about the Pay with a Poem event. We also have the billboards, which is actually and the outdoor execution. And the reason we chose billboard is because people in Miami, on an average, they spend 8 to 10 hours a week commuting. So, and that's the reason they spend a lot of time in the traffic. And we thought that during that time, this is the main like the time where they can actually this is the way where actually these billboards are going to work, because it's like they are going to be attracted to these outside executions, or the outside, which is mainly targeted towards the Miamian coffee culture, which existed all throughout, like from the 1950s. So they are more used to the cortadito coffees and things like that. So we are going to this is something which is particularly targeted towards them, so that they know what is it's again like for picking their interest, you know, for generating more awareness.
So we were also thinking of a radio ad, which also doubles as a Spotify ad, because of the aforementioned fact that Miamians spend a lot of time in traffic. And you can see that our concept is based on the guayoyo, on the cortadito, a café con pana, a galao clariño, on all the different kinds of coffee that are featured in the city of Miami. And this language may sound crazy for anyone here in Miami, but the truth of the matter is that we all speak the language of coffee. We all enjoy a nice cup of coffee, and we want to make sure that Julius Miles understands this coffee culture regardless of where you come from.
As part of the phase number 2, we're gonna have what Miami says wall. So what is this wall about? This is a concept that it's gonna be an ongoing piece of art done by the people from Miami. How it's going to work? Well, we are thinking and we are putting this as an example, Bayfront Park. We are thinking in placing it there. And it's gonna work twice a month, starting in the month of March. And people, we're gonna invite people to write their thoughts or poems and how Miami inspired them. And also this wall, it's gonna be a free event, which is gonna be sponsored in social media, so people, you know, are aware of what's going on. At the same time, during this event, we're gonna use a coffee truck, so people can actually taste coffee, you know, from Julius Mile. But also, not only during this event, we are gonna use the truck, but also we are gonna place it around the city, so people that are on the go can try or can buy a Julius Mile.
So, after the initiative of the International Poetry Days, as we all know it, Pay with a Song, we're gonna have in the heart of Miami concert, in which we're gonna have the submitted participating guest poems that will be used by independent music artists from Miami and turn into songs that they will perform in a free concert, by, for example, in Markham Park or the park of your choice. So we have two options. We can charge a fee to promote a charity like Arts for Learning, which is compatible with our idea and the image of the brand, or we can make it free. As my teammate says, we're working with the initiative of we becoming and learning how to be a Miamian, not saying that we know how to. Thank you. So again, we're gonna have a YouTube ad that's gonna help us improve the remembrance of the brand. So in this ad, two friends are in a coffee shop. We have the actor who's going to visit the actress, and the actress is a worker in the coffee shop. And he asks her how's it going with the coffee. Again, we have like she remembering like all the languages that you can ask for a coffee for, and she then remembers how she's going and how she feels, and she feels very good that she is becoming a Miamian. And at the end we end up saying, no matter where you came from, we all speak one language, the language of coffee.
Last but not least, as part of phase 3 also, we are gonna work with a Miamian friend. And who is this Miamian friend? Oh Miami, which is part of the Nye Foundation. And why we are thinking that this is gonna work for Julius Smile? Because Oh Miami has been working or promoting poetry in the city of Miami for the past 6 years. So we are thinking this a long term. They pretty much do it during the entire month of April, but we are thinking on doing this, every year, working with them. They use the city of Miami as the scenario to display poetries, either in public transportation or public garages or public places, so people can be aware of poetry. So we think that this is a good initiative for Julius Smile, like to partner with Oh Miami and actually, inspire people from here. So having said that, this is the story of how Julius Smile truly becomes a Miamian. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.